Hello again, I'm Jake.
I'm Allie.
And today we're going to be doing a full-on movie reaction. And as I said before, I'm only going to do reactions to movies I've already covered on the James C. Reviews, but my co-hosts of the day haven't seen. So today we're going to be watching Nosferatu, the German silent film and first adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is 100 years old this year. Why this one? Because Allie has said many times she's a huge vampire fan.
It's true.
But, weirdly enough, you've never seen an adaptation of Dracula.
I have not. I'm very excited to see what it's actually like.
And I thought, why not start with the very original? And just a little heads up, one of the most infamous things about this movie is the fact that the makers of it did not get permission from Bram Stoker's estate to make the film, so they just tried changing characters' names, thinking they wouldn't have to deal with all that permission money hassle. No shock, they got their fucking asses sewed off, and the movie almost never saw the light of day again. And just to be clear, the version that we're going to watch is a version where they restored the original characters' names. So, hope you enjoy our reaction, and hope you enjoy your first exposure to Dracula and the silent era. F.W. Murnau, groundbreaking German filmmaker.
Okay.
Yeah, now they give credit.
Only because they have to. Count Dracula.
Max Schreck.
When did they start putting credits at the end?
I think they started maybe sometime around the 1950s. In the 1930s, they occasionally would put it at the end saying, a good cast is worth repeating. But only if the movie was special. Half the time, they didn't even say who played what character.
Wow.
From the Diary of Johann Calvius, Nosferatu. That name alone can chill the blood. Nosferatu. Was it he who brought the plague to Bremen in 1838? There's going to be a theme of plagues in this. I've long sought the causes of that terrible epidemic and found at its origin and its climax the innocent figures of Jonathan Harker and his young wife, Nina. In the other adaptation, she's called Mina. Silent era films usually had a lot of fast motion and a bit of skipping. Cat. Because it's silent, everybody has to rely on how much facial movement they can express.
Yeah, very emotional. They're in love. That's cute.
If only they knew what was to come.
I think it's better not to know. Ignorance is bliss.
Knowledge is power.
Very true. It's creepy.
Would you work for a guy that looked like that?
Nope, couldn't pay me to.
What a face.
So Count Dracula, as far as they know, is a normal human?
Yeah. At least to Harker. It's heavily implied Renfield knows from the start. More like a lot of blood.
They are not subtle.
Looks like a bit of a fixer-upper. Who doesn't want a neighbor?
They laughing?
Yeah. Very animated. Go, 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 go! Well, she seems happy about this.
I know.
Also, could have sprung that on her a little better, my man.
Why does he have to go to Transylvania?
To finalize the financial deal with Count Dracula. And probably give him a parting snack before he leaves. Well, I'm off. Yeah, sure. Horse. The Uber of its time.
Truly.
And now he's in Transylvania. That's quite an outfit.
I know.
Just gulped it down. Ooh, he said that you know what word. Wolf. Or it's actually a hyena.
Wow.
Whatever they can get their hands on back in the day. Now, when you get past the possible of getting mauled to death, it's kind of cute.
I've seen hyenas in real life. They're very cute.
It's like Nemo, but with sharper teeth.
A Nemo that actually wants to attack people. My Nemo's a pussy.
A pussy dog.
Yeah.
A pussy bitch. The Book of Vampires.
Oh, very subtle, very subtle. I probably should have asked this earlier. What does Nosferatu mean? Is this the word for vampire?
Yeah. Vampire, the undead, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Got it. One of those phantoms he's talking about.
Yes.
Got it.
Some latter adaptations use it, but this was the original. A lot of people make the misassumption that Nosferatu is the name of the character.
Yeah.
But in actuality, the character, the name they gave him, you know, when they were trying to cheat Bram Stoker's estate, was Count Orlock.
Got it. That sounds familiar.
Yep. Waking up. True.
Yep. Very, very true. Oh my goodness.
Just like, bullshit!
This guy deserves to die.
I'm not sure I go that far. Maybe a little poke in the neck.
I mean more so that his stupidity is astounding.
But to be fair, if you were in his place, would you believe this shit was real?
You know, I can't say. I'd like to think I would believe it, but I'm pretty cynical.
Show me a guy turning into a bat and I'll believe.
Yeah.
This upcoming bit with Dracula's carriage is very interesting.
Yeah. You wasted all day?
You'll also see frames missing every once in a while.
Yeah.
It happens with the silent films.
Yeah.
creates a sometimes unworldly look to it.
Yeah, which I think helps the film. Let's see, red flag number 30?
He drunk? The way he was moving, they're like...
I know. I know. There's an exercise that you do in theater where you over-exaggerate every single motion that you're doing, every single line that you're delivering, and it's an exercise to then pare down those emotions to get it to a more realistic level. This is what it reminds me of.
Well, a lot of actors, film was very new at the time, so theater is what they had, where all coming from.
Of course.
Now here's the interesting part. This carriage is coming in here. Look at the way that it moves.
Whoa.
Eee. Get the fuck in.
Finally, this guy has some sense of survival instinct.
But yeah, look.
What the heck?
It's weird. I can't tell if it's sped up or if it's like, it almost looks like stop animation.
Yeah.
But it's clearly see the bushes are moving. It's like they maybe took frames out in between every now and then.
Yeah.
To create this maybe just again otherworldly way of moving.
Yeah. Well, it's common in vampire lore that I've witnessed that vampires have super speed. So I wonder if that was kind of an associated idea of vampires, and maybe they were trying to depict that creepiness.
Almost definitely. And he's gone.
Oh my god.
Now the question is that Dracula or just a servant?
Yeah, I say servant.
And there he is. Max Schreck. Get ready, because if you thought Renfield was freaky looking...
Oh god. Say keep the hat on.
Look at that face.
Oh.
Enter. We have chocolates. The lease for the house. Weird way to cut bread.
So weird.
Look at those eyes.
Oh god.
Duh. What do you think was gonna happen?
Oh no.
Allow me.
Please don't tell me he's gonna lick it.
Yep. Sucked it clean off. Better than any wipe and band-aid, I guess.
Yeah. No first aid here.
Just be thankful the wound wasn't on your dick. Well, now he's freaked out.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Well, at least he calls him a friend.
Yeah.
Those are some really tight pants.
Yeah. Maybe to fit in the boots.
Wonder what they talked about.
Yeah. Oh no.
No bites.
No bites. Oh, okay.
To show he's now taking it seriously.
Yeah, how does he even know to check?
That was the Book of Vampires.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Surprised he read it though.
I know.
Ooh.
Beautiful. It's a better breakfast than I've ever had. At a guy's house who doesn't eat food.
Gotta be a good host.
Yeah.
Something I would know about.
Yes.
Although I question, would you eat anything this guy served you?
Probably not.
Would you drink anything he gave you?
No, but I'm not putting anything past this guy. He has shown stupidity after stupidity, so...
It's a nice castle.
Yeah, you could say that. Where was this filmed? In Germany?
Yes. Majority, I believe.
But these are American actors?
No, these are all German.
Oh, is this an English adaptation?
It's a German adaptation.
Because the text is in English.
They made versions for the American audiences.
Got it.
Yeah, it was directed by F.W. Murnau, German director, and produced by Albin Grau, a German occultist. They were gonna try to make a whole bunch of supernatural themed horror films, but due to the lawsuit, I believe
They were screwed.
their company went bankrupt after this one film.
No. They were only dreams.
Apparently, Dracula is on the mailing route.
Yeah, clearly. Shocking.
Must have some devoted porn subscriptions.
Yeah, probably. He definitely needs them. The script is really poetic. The nails.
Is this your wife? What a lovely throat.
Ugh.
Well, you can tell what he's looking forward to when he gets to Germany.
Yeah. Clearly.
That's another big change. In the book and in virtually every other film adaptation, Dracula's destination is London, England.
Got it.
But because this is a German film, they're like, nah.
Yeah. Is he back at the hotel? Or
No, he's still there.
Okay.
And even though he threw it away, he still has the book.
Oh God.
This is the iconic image.
Yeah, that's super freaky.
The 5-year-old routine's not gonna save you, bub.
I know. Oh, he looks so much bigger here.
Got a very imposing build, especially with the shoulders.
Yeah. Ooh. Does she sense something?
Call it premonition, a connection, but she senses something is wrong.
Oh no. She's walking on her tippy toes.
Bremen, Germany, that's where it takes place.
Got it.
That's quite a pipe.
Yeah.
That's what it is, a pipe.
That's insane. I thought it was like a saxophone.
Oh.
Oh no, don't do it.
What's the highest up you've ever, like, walked on your tippy toes?
Oh God. Nothing that didn't have gates or fences.
You know those playgrounds with the metal bars that stick out?
Yeah.
They have like a swing underneath it? I once walked on one of those.
No.
Yeah, I did.
It's like a tightrope.
Yeah, pretty much. I remember I did it once, and then when I tried it again, I almost fell and had to hold on like, ugh.
Oh my gosh.
I was a dumb kid. Not sure he can hear you that far away.
Yeah. I think he's a little out of range.
I think Dracula hears her.
Vampires are also known for having super good hearing.
His love drive is going.
Yeah. Did we see him bite?
Nope.
Interesting.
She called out
Right
just at the...
before?
Yep.
Oh.
Just at the nick of time. Or the nip of time. These guys are probably thinking, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah, she needs to be committed.
There's a big theme of illness in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Don't tell me he thinks it's a dream again.
Probably. But he's gonna get some pretty nasty wake-up calls soon.
Oh no. There we go. Run. Smart.
Not smart.
Oh, he's going the wrong way. He's asleep though.
Yep.
Okay, now's your chance, buddy.
He's... You know, well, he's in that state. Since you read the book, you might as well...
Yeah. He did not wake up from that.
Well, it's still daylight.
Oh, okay. So, is the lore of this is that he cannot be awake during the daytime?
Yep.
Okay. Sometimes they have vampires burning alive in the sun.
And then they can put on sunblock, like in Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Now, remember the carriage scene?
Yes. Oh, God.
I know it may seem a little jerky, but I really like these moments.
Yeah.
It's like false human-sized stop animation.
Yeah, totally. It's creative.
Yeah, look.
Oh, lovely. Did you see Dracula's fingers?
Yeah.
Creepy, bony. Oh my goodness.
Bela Lugosi in the 1931 version, he doesn't have long, sharp nails, but Lugosi, I believe, according to Ed Wood, was double jointed in his fingers, allowing him to bend them at unnatural angles.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
Yeah, that's the way people traveled back then. Rafts.
Wow.
Peasants. In the story of Dracula, they say he must go to rest in the earth, meaning the dirt,
Yeah.
that he was buried in when he died.
Oh.
So, in moving out of Transylvania, he has to take boxes, coffins, filled with the earth he was buried in, so that way he can have new residents.
Got it.
Love the random pipe in the background. It's like someone trying to piss with a kidney stone.
I'm pretty sure it's illegal to open someone else's mail.
Well, actually this takes place in the 1800s.
Yeah.
Ew.
Ugh. Oh gosh.
Van Helsing,
Mm.
Dracula's iconic arch nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, they don't do much with him here.
Now, that rat biting him, does that have anything to do with, like, spreading vampireness? Or was it just funny?
I think it was just meant to be funny,
Mm-hmm.
but also there's a big theme of the plague in these movies.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
This is an interesting scene. Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
Never thought a fly's death could be disturbing.
I know. That's a good analogy.
Yep, Renfield is in Dracula's pocket.
Mm-hmm. So it seems like Dracula has a bit of hypnosis powers almost.
Yeah, and his reach is far.
Yeah, clearly.
Oh, Renfield, the real estate agent, he's now in the nut house.
That makes sense.
Which seems like they maybe should have done that a lot sooner.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Look at that face. He's snatching flies and eating them
Ew.
for their blood. That's a big thing in the original story. Renfield doesn't drink human blood, but he loves to gorge on insects.
Oh. It's like he's lesser than Dracula.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a very secure mental institute.
Whoa. Yeah, no. No, is this Van Helsing?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
They don't feature him a lot in this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty easy to forget he's even part of this film.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because Van Helsing's one of the best heroes to fight monsters you'll see in fiction.
Wow, I'm surprised they can get this footage.
Yeah, especially back then.
Yeah. Now, do you know the reason, like, I understand this film skips here and there, but all, like, the dots and the lines...
Oh, that's because of the film degrading over time.
Oh.
You see, after Bram Stoker's widow sued the filmmakers, part of the court legal agreement was they had to destroy all film negatives. And for a while it seemed like this movie would never be seen again.
Mm-hmm.
However, some theaters made secondhand bootleg copies of it. And they passed it on over the years. While it led to the quality going down, it did lead to it surviving a century later. I love this shot.
Yeah.
Give the movie this. It has great cinematography.
Yeah. Really beautiful.
Like, they take full advantage of the landscapes.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the beach.
I know, me too.
Although, I wonder what beach puts crosses all around it.
Yeah.
Well, that letter arrived a lot later than it should have.
Yeah.
She doesn't look that happy.
She knows something.
Okay, sir. Enjoy your trip back to Germany, and here's the Prozac. Oh, it's a nun. I also really like this shot of the ship.
Yeah. The horses look to have longer bodies than they do now. I've seen a lot of images of horses like even 100 years ago and how their bodies have changed. So it's interesting to get to see that.
Again, not very well run.
Oh god.
He just swiped something. The guard's not even looking at him as he does his job. Apparently he keeps newspapers in his back pocket.
Don't you? I like how they give you plenty of time to read.
Well, back then, it's all you could do.
Yeah.
They can't say it.
Yeah. No, I like it, because I'm a slow reader. Oh my gosh. Is he like...
Do you think that guy had no teeth? Because it looks like you could slip your fingers in between.
Honestly, it looked like to me that they just put like black marker.
Possibly, but I could see through, I think, a few.
Oh, really?
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like that.
No, you totally could be right. I don't think they had veneers back then.
The ship sequence is probably the most famous sequence of the movie.
Oh, wow.
That is quite a beard.
Yeah.
I could only dream to grow a beard like that.
Me too.
That guy's not wearing shoes.
Yeah, it's not very sanitary. Although I don't think they knew what germs were.
Or at least, you think maybe for safety? Because who knows what's on the ground of that ship.
Yeah.
Do you really want to smoke around the sick guy?
I know.
Well, he seems concerned.
Huh.
Back then, you drank your medicine.
Oh.
Or they just give you a drink. like booze was usually the ultimate cure for illness.
Yeah. So is this showing... That's not our main guy, is it?
Nope. Just a crewman.
Yep, okay.
Oh!
So, we're seeing... Excuse me. Something in my throat. So we're seeing how Dracula is transporting himself.
Yes. By ship, and... Well, it's nothing to write home about. That was a pretty impressive early effect for the 1920s.
Yeah.
He's basically biting his way through the crew, and they're all going delirious over it.
Good old sea burial. That looks way lighter than a human.
Plop.
Body. Yeah.
I know those bodies would really start to stink after a while, but you could maybe find a more respectful way to send them off.
Well, I guess it also transmits diseases, so, I mean, not that they really knew that, but...
I just think it's funny how it goes over, like,
I know.
Shoo, plop.
Literally.
Yeah, fuck the intended clients. Let's see what's in here. Probably gonna assume this is the cause of the plague. Look at this.
How did they do that?
Probably propped him up through some hidden means. He responds how just about anybody probably would in that situation. Every man for himself.
Oh my gosh.
He doesn't seem too broken up about it.
No, he seems drunk.
Probably was. So you get through the seas back then. And here's the most famous image of the film. Just him walking on the ship. That image is like, it's like the still frame that they use for all like references and some DVD covers. And if you're wondering why is Dracula walking in the daylight there,
Yeah.
the only reason I can give is this was 1922. They hadn't mastered the art of day for night shoots.
Yeah.
And, you know, setting up lights and stuff.
Yeah.
So
We have to pretend it's night.
they had to shoot in the day, you know, so we could see Dracula. But because of this, it just seems weird. What do you think of the organ music they play for silent films?
I think it adds a good dramatic effect, and I think you need some sound. And I like the idea that I'm assuming they composed all of this specifically for the movie, so it's adds an interesting artistic element.
Hard to say if it was exactly for this movie, because
Budget.
there are many DVD releases of Nosferatu, and over the years, some versions are like 88 minutes, some are like 70 minutes, and they swap out different scorings for it.
Got it, okay.
It all depends on the version. But you're gonna need a higher stool than that.
Oh my gosh. He reminds me of somebody from, I think, the Addams Family?
Uncle Fester?
Yeah!
I guess, a little bit. Uncle Fester's not quite as unsettling.
Yeah.
All innocent.
Yeah. Don't mind me.
Another full-size stop animation.
Yeah.
And then they give up near the end.
That's so funny.
Whoop.
Oh god, he is freaky. Those nails. Oh, this is...
Again, are you shocked when this happens?
Yeah. That's what you said. Now, you know how the words are cut off? Sometimes they are and sometimes they aren't. Is that just because the movie is old and they maybe didn't proportion it?
It's probably because this is this is kind of a cheaply put together copy.
Got it.
So, sometimes they crop them without realizing that there's stuff that will be missing. Love how he's just casually cruising through the streets carrying his coffin.
I love to cruise through the streets and carry my coffin, especially with the earth that I died in. Ugh, these rats.
He didn't take his friends with him.
No, they're probably pissed. They're like, yo, you forgot about us.
Well, good thing no one's out.
I know. How convenient.
But then again, even though it is clearly daylight they're doing this, this was supposed to be nighttime.
Yeah.
So I guess everybody would be asleep.
This is what we call suspension of disbelief. Aw, reunion.
$10 says she would be like, where the fuck have you been?
Yeah. What?
She's in a daze.
'Cause she's so happy?
Yeah, and he's right outside, because remember he got the house right across from them.
Oh, God.
Get ready for one sinister smile. Yeah, right.
Every woman deserves to be saved by a man. He really left his castle for this? This shithole?
Something that nobody would think to look in, where he can live without...
Find new victims?
Yeah, he can go out, prowl the streets at night, and nobody will be one the wiser. This effect of him going in is pretty cool to watch.
Huh. How do they do that?
It's quite a face to have when you die.
Yeah. Oh, I thought they were looking through his pockets to, like, take his money.
They're not that scoundry. Plus, they're the authorities.
Oh, true. That's why I was like, wait a second.
Don't drop him.
It's not like he'll bruise. People.
Doesn't seem very sturdy.
No, I was thinking that too.
Gotta love the top hats.
Ugh. They need to come back in style.
I saw one at a Spirit Halloween once. Tried it on. It was like this big.
Oh my gosh.
Surprisingly, I had the right sized head for it.
I think he'd look great with a top hat. He's definitely dead, right?
Yep, Van Helsing's just examining him.
Oh, I see. We'll investigate.
Well, he was at least I know he was pretty apt on making sure all the important stuff was in the book.
Yeah.
That's an interesting beard. Like a bespectacled Amish dude.
Yeah. I love seeing what was like in style then, you know. What was considered handsome.
Sailors, a lot of men back then, usually opted for just the beard, no stash, which can work depending on the man, but for some it just seems strange.
Yeah, I would prefer to have...
Oh.
Oh no. So they've deduced that this is the plague.
Yep.
Run!
And this bit coming up is gonna really hit home given the way things have been the past few years.
Oh, that looks like a beautiful street. Hear ye, hear ye.
To halt the spread of the plague, the burgomaster of Bremen forbids the citizens of this city to bring their sick to the hospitals until further notice. Like I said, that hits home a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a cold? Suck it up. You come out when we say you can come out. Well, off to the next street.
Jinx.
Yeah.
Is that just for protection, or does that mean people died?
Could be both. Could be just say, sick home. Hey, you're not wearing a mask. Well, looks like they're not doing so good.
Clearly. So many crosses everywhere.
Everyone believes in keeping the devil at bay.
I mean, in a scary time like this where we don't know a lot, you know?
Enid promised to never read the Book of Vampires. He found herself unable to resist the temptation. I mean, who couldn't?
I know.
Ooh, seems kind of like a hot vampire book.
Yeah, is this erotic or?
Yes, we know the title. Get to some new stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that too. What? Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
We'll keep the vampire by her side until after the cock has crowed.
Okay, that means...
Cock means rooster.
Okay.
You know, when dawn breaks, cock-a-doodle-doo!
Yeah. Okay, so a woman would have to offer her blood freely.
A woman pure of heart.
Pure of heart.
Offer her blood and keep the vampire by her side until the sun comes up.
And then he dies?
That's what they say. Isn't there a second option?
Yeah, find another woman. Who cares? She doesn't have to die, though. Right?
Also, I'm avoiding answering that. Also, the curl style back in the day.
Yeah, very Jewish. Orthodox.
You okay, bub?
Is he a little angry, or... Whoa!
Was
Someone's in touch with his emotions.
Either that, or he's about to have a bad case of diarrhea.
Oh, interesting. That hits home.
Again, yeah. This 100-year-old film somewhat feels relevant in this area.
Oh no, is she sick? The friends? No!
I will get the professor, who really hasn't played much of a part in this adaptation. You know shit's gonna go down when the candle blows out.
Yeah.
Wonder what the Book of Mormon would have to say. Which is, I don't know, a little funny because Stephanie Meyer's a Mormon.
I know. I heard that recently and I was like, what?
So is Orson Scott Card, the sci-fi writer for Ender's Game.
Oh. I definitely think there's different levels of Mormonism. Some people, I think it's
A little
more
much.
chill. Yeah, exactly. Some are a little much, some are a little chill.
The Amazing Atheist put it. Orson Scott Card, he's like Mitt Romney if Mitt Romney wrote sci-fi novels. Renfield. Kind of looks, the more you think about it, he kind of looks like the Penguin from Batman Returns.
I've never seen Batman Returns, but now I'm gonna go look it up. Oh my gosh. He could not be creepier.
He's taking their bricks to the head like eggs.
Oh.
German.
Yeah. Looks like she needs some antidepressants.
This is a good dramatic shot of the crowd coming.
Yeah.
Whoop!
Huh.
Like a cartoon how he arises.
Seriously. Chaos. Pure chaos.
Where's the madman who has the plague? And he's just bouncing with joy.
Scarecrow.
Well, that farmer's gonna be pissed. He's like, so you wanna go out?
Yeah. How do you feel about coffee? She looks like she's having an orgasm like every second of this movie.
Interesting choice for the film's very gay director. He actually was gay.
Yeah.
He will be over shortly. Give Max Schreck this. He is excellent in the creepy body movements.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think the professor can help much.
Yeah.
He hasn't done really anything for any of y'all.
Yeah, what is he gonna do, lecture?
Stick a Venus flytrap on him.
Devious woman, but apparently pure of heart.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's the second most iconic shot of the film.
I feel like I've seen that.
You probably have.
Yeah.
Even if you haven't seen this movie before, that image is pretty much known by all. I wouldn't call this orgasm face. This seems like heart attack face.
Yeah. She's like, fuck, I'm regretting my decision.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great shot.
His shadows are grabbing her heart. You're not worth the money we pay you, asshole.
Is he sucking her blood?
Yep. And...
Oh, the cock-a-doodle-doo.
You gotta love the oh shit on his face.
Yeah.
I've been played. Goddamn woman.
Oh, they caught him. Took you long enough.
Gonna try and make a run for it. But sun's up. He has no homeland Earth to go to. Caught in the daylight.
Oh my gosh.
And Dracula is no more.
Oh my god, the smoke.
Now they tie him up.
Yay! She didn't die.
Don't get so happy just yet.
Oh no, is she gonna be a vampire?
I don't believe so. She has been bitten and lost the blood.
So she will eventually die. Because that's the plague they're all talking about.
Established in other versions that the victim of a vampire, if they want to become one, they have to, like, share the same blood. Mm-hmm. Like, drink each other's blood.
Yeah.
It's a ritual.
Yeah.
Dracula was just biting people off, so they didn't turn. And the Count is dead, the plague is over, the girl is dead, and the movie has come to an end.
Not so bad.
And that was Nosferatu from 1922. What did you think?
I thought it was great. I didn't know what to expect because I had never seen a silent film before.
Yeah.
Or an adaptation of Count Dracula. So it was so interesting to see. I mean, I've seen a lot of different vampires. It's interesting to see, you know, what makes Count Dracula a vampire, like what they perceive as a vampire, so his exaggerated features, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there wasn't as much script as I thought there would be. Like, there was just enough. It was very visual, and the script, you know, on the screen was used, I think, perfectly.
Yeah. They used it, obviously, for the dialogue bits.
Yeah.
But they also had some poetic narration there, as you put it.
Yes.
To explain the legend, the lore of Nosferatu, a.k.a. the vampires.
Yeah.
I guess a big question would be, what did you think of Max Schreck as Count Dracula or Count Orlock, depending on the version you watch?
I think he was perfect. He looked creepy as fuck, so that really, really worked out for him in this role. Yeah, I thought his look was great, which is more just than himself. Obviously, that's also the crew that made him look the way he did.
Yeah.
But also his movements, and he really just embodied the creepiness.
And most people don't notice this the first time, but I checked, and the amount of screen time Nosferatu the vampire has is only 9 minutes.
What? Actually, that makes sense.
They really, like, stretch it out, put it in the right places.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's not in this very much, but Schreck, for what limited time he has, I feel he really dominates the screen.
Yeah.
And a good question is, because there's no sound, people can't talk, a big part of silent acting, as I said during the movie, is you have to rely on facial movements, body expression. How do you think the actors did in like expressing themselves that way?
I thought they did great. I was never questioning. I mean, you could see I didn't have a lot of questions. I knew what they were feeling in each moment, and yeah, I thought that they did a great job. I mean, it has to be hard when you can't rely on dialogue. I mean, that's all acting is these days, is dialogue. You know, there's not a lot of staging movements that come with it anymore. So I thought this was very well executed.
The ones who stand out beyond Max Schreck as Orlock are Greta Schroeder as Nina. She really, like whenever she's on screen, I feel like she steals the show.
Yeah.
Particularly at the end.
Yeah.
And while it is a bit sad, I thought just the way she expresses herself at the window, like offering herself to sacrifice herself, I thought that was goddamn powerful. Like, you really felt it. She was scared, but she was willing to do it to save everybody.
Yeah, no, definitely. It felt like in the beginning of the movie, it was Harker's movie as he was going to see Dracula, and then at the end, she stole the show. I mean, it was her movie at the end of it, which, you know, was really cool. Really cool to see.
And even though he's not in it a lot, I thought that Alexander Granach as Renfield was really entertaining. Like,
so entertaining.
you can tell, like, Schreck is a freaky guy, but this guy is really out there, and you can tell he's having a blast just going, hamming it up, going,
Yeah. I felt like Dracula, or Schreck, was the most bodily animated, whereas Renfield was definitely like the most facially animated.
Yeah, totally.
You know? Yeah.
Like, they both had to have kind of an otherworldly quality to them.
Absolutely.
And my least favorite, I don't know who your least favorite would probably be Van Helsing, just because he really doesn't have much to do with this film.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think it was interesting to see him be in it, as somebody who hasn't really seen any movies that depict Van Helsing. But at the same time, that is so not what I associate Van Helsing with. So I agree with you.
There were some big changes from Bram Stoker's novel. The main ones being the change from London to Bremen, Germany, which it's a German production, so yeah, they'll be like, we're gonna do this in our fucking country. And also Mina's sacrifice at the end. She does not, I believe, go out that way. I don't believe she dies in the original story. This was a change for, I guess, a bit of extra drama, extra sadness. The biggest change, and the one that probably changed the way movies look at vampires forever, was the way Dracula went out at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He burned up in the sun.
In Bram Stoker's original novel, sunlight was not lethal to vampires.
Oh.
In the original story, and the 1992 version of Dracula included this, it was portrayed that Dracula could walk out in the daylight. The only setback is sunlight made him weak and diminished his powers. This movie was the first one to ever portray a vampire being killed by sunlight.
That's interesting.
And from there, vampire fiction was never the same again.
Yep. That is so common in, like, all my favorite vampire things. I mean, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Although Twilight does not. The Twilight series, they do not get killed by sunlight. They're actually not harmed at all by sunlight. But it does alter their appearance. But in all my other vampire favorites, they all burn in the sun. So that's really interesting.
And, speaking of Twilight...
Oh, no.
I have a funny story that connects to this movie. Do you know who Lauren Bacall was?
I don't.
She was an actress, classic actress. She was married to Humphrey Bogart at one point. She said, I read this quote from her. She said that her granddaughter told her that there was this great vampire movie she wanted to show her, and she has to be like 80 at the time this happened. The movie her grandkid wanted to show her was Twilight, and Lauren was like, I wanted to, I don't know, like, whop her on the head.
Yeah.
And she's like, but I don't want her to write some Granny Dearest book about me years after I'm dead. So she said she gave her a copy of Nosferatu, saying, that's a vampire movie.
That's so funny.
A different generation vampire movie.
Definitely.
And I had not watched this movie for almost a decade before I reviewed it a few months ago. And I forgot just how great it is, particularly because of the cinematography.
Yeah.
Like, visually, this movie, like...
Beautiful.
There are a few moments where it's a little slow, but visually, for me at least, I found myself, like, I couldn't stop watching it, and even though I knew how it ended, I had that feeling that I just gotta see it through to the end, how it all goes.
I totally agree.
Are there anything else, any other moments that stuck out to you?
I'll say one thing is, I do think vampire films have, and just the culture around vampires has become all focused on forbidden love.
Yeah.
Whereas now after seeing Nosferatu, I can see how it all began, and it was totally a different genre. It was part of a different genre.
Yeah.
I mean, it was truly like, you know, horror, even, like, this is almost even like a psycho thriller, I feel like.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see that, where the vampires I know, it's all about romance and forbidden love, so...
To quote James Woods from John Carpenter's Vampires, it kind of sums up this one.
Yeah.
They aren't nice, they aren't romantic.
It's not like they're a bunch of fucking fags hopping around in rented formal wear and seducing everybody in sight with cheesy Eurotrash accents, alright?
Yeah, it's a bit extreme, but the point is made. Like, yeah, Max Schreck as Count Orlock, he is not a sexy Dracula.
No, you could not pay me to touch him with a 10-foot pole.
And it's clear she went to him just to save everybody. There was nothing romantic about this, and the 1992 version of Dracula definitely tries to romanticize the relationship between Dracula and Mina. But the Lugosi version from 1931, which, even though I like this movie, I prefer that one. Because, well, Lugosi, even though that version is definitely very predatorial, he's definitely not a romantic vampire. He does have a lot more sex appeal than the common Dracula actor.
Yeah.
So that's part of what I feel makes the ideal Dracula. He's charismatic, he's sexy, but at the same time, he's a predator.
Like, you never forget that he's a predator. I completely agree.
Last thing I have to say is, the daylight scenes are a bit distracting, but it's 1922.
Yeah.
I think we can give them a little leeway in that area.
And on a boat? Like, come on, that's hard.
Yeah. That's all I have to say. I'm glad you liked it.
Hell yeah.
Nosferatu. It's been around for 100 years, and hopefully it'll be around for 100 more. I'm glad that some people of my generation and a little younger can enjoy it.
Me too. I'm going to show it to all my friends.
See you again soon, and shouldn't be hard because the entire movie's available for free on YouTube.
Of course it is.
It's in the public domain now, so just about anybody can watch it like that.
Sounds like a plan.